Hey, welcome back to Pickleball Journey. Are you tired of getting that fourth ball in, but it does nothing and the person just keeps getting it back and eventually gets to that kitchen line and then kicks your butt? Well, we're gonna tell you how to keep them back, and not only keep them back on that fourth ball, but also hit your shot with a lot of spin to make them mess up or even whiff at it. All right, let's talk about that first technique. The first technique is keeping your paddle in the backhand, right? So I'm gonna have the back of my hand forward, the paddle faces forward, and I'm gonna make sure my ready position is in this, like the paddle forward. I don't wanna be here because then if the ball comes fast, I have to turn the paddle. I don't have time to do that. So when my partner or if I've hit the return to serve and now we're coming up, the servers are hitting that third ball, I'm gonna make sure my paddle is ready in this set position, okay? Now, if the ball comes really fast with a drive, all I'm gonna do is block like this. I'm just blocking like this if the ball's coming really fast. Now, we're gonna talk about the slower ball, which is kind of a medium pace drive to a bad drop. If they hit a bad drop that's too far and I can roll the ball, this is what I'm looking to do. Ready position, and then snap through and snap my wrist up to create some spin and power through that shot. All right, we're gonna talk about how to hit that backhand roll first. Now the backhand roll, we wanna make sure that I'm catching the ball like I would like a glove or like in baseball, right? So I'm catching it like this. Now, once I catch that ball, I'm gonna make sure that I snap up vertically to get that top spin so I can hit it strong and powerfully in. Now, here's the trick. If the ball is higher, I wanna make sure that my paddle is moving more through the ball and the face of my paddle is closed. If the ball is a little bit lower, I wanna make sure that my paddle face is a little bit more open. I'm swinging more vertically and not through the ball because I don't wanna hit it too far out. So here's a high ball. I'm gonna go a little bit more down and through the ball. And then a low ball, I'm gonna make sure I get low and then snap up. I got you. I snap up more vertically to get that top spin and bring the ball back down. So again, let's show it again. The high ball, I'm swinging straight through it and down, okay? And then the low ball, I open the face and snap up and through to get that good spin to bring it down in the back of that court. All right, so we're still on the right side of our body, but instead of doing the backhand, we're gonna do what I call the tomahawk, which is actually your forehand. Your fingers are pointing forward. So instead of your ready position being backward, ready position is gonna be forward, and if the fast ball comes in, we're blocking like this, and if we get a slower ball, then that's when we do what I call the tomahawk. Now, this is really beneficial if you can't accelerate your backhand vertically very fast. This, with the forehand side, with the fingers forward, I can really accelerate a lot quicker. It's just gonna feel a little weird initially, and then you're gonna have to get used to it with the technique. So this is what it looks like a little bit on the high ball. I'm still coming through it, right? Like we talked about, through it, not as much vertical. Again, through it, not as much vertical. And then if I get a little bit lower one, I'm gonna open the face and go up and snap up. So again, up and snap, and then you can still get that massive top spin as you go through. So ready position, and then I swing vertically to get that top spin. So try this out on that backhand side, not only backhand, but forehand on that right side. All right, so let's talk about hitting the ball on your dominant side. And I'm gonna say dominant side versus forehand because you can still hit a forehand on your non-dominant side, as we talked about. So we wanna prepare on the fourth ball, so I'm either the partner or the returner of server, I'm coming in and I'm ready, okay? If they drive it hard, I'm gonna be ready on my non-dominant side. I have a backhand on my non-dominant side or a forehand on my non-dominant side. And then I'm gonna switch over to the dominant side and do a snap if I get one over there that's slow enough. If it's fast, a fast drive, all I'm gonna do is move my paddle here, or I'm gonna move my paddle here with my backhand or my forehand prepared on my non-dominant side. So this is what it looks like. If I have my forehand on my non-dominant side, I'm gonna go to my dominant side and snap up, okay? Forehand, non-dominant side, and snap up. Now backhand, non-dominant side and snap up. Backhand, non-dominant side, and snap up. So that's what it looks like from both a forehand ready position and a backhand ready position, both on the non-dominant side. All right, now we're gonna talk about a little bit of the technique on that dominant side. So it's similar to the non-dominant side. You're basically opening that face and snapping up. Same thing on this side, opening the face and snapping up as long as the ball is low. If the ball is high, we're moving through it, okay? But now we make sure we have our forehand and we're on our dominant side. So I'm in my ready position, I come around, that's a high one, I make sure I get through it. Now I'm gonna get low one, I get low, and then come up and snap. So the lower the ball, the more the face is open, the more vertical I get. The higher the ball, the more through and horizontal I get, but I just make sure my face is more closed. So a high ball, through, low ball, snap up, and over, okay? We'll give you a side perspective. Before we jump into the next section of this video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the content coming up next. All right, so no matter if it's a dominant forehand or a non-dominant on the backhand or forehand, make sure that you're taking a swing proportionate to the speed of the ball. So the faster the ball comes, the shorter your swing, and the slower the ball comes, the bigger your swing can be because the timing is going to be easier, okay? So, for example, when I'm getting a shot, I want to make sure if that ball is coming quick at me, I'm just blocking it. I'm doing that one punch, basically. So it's coming quick, I'm just blocking, really one punch. Quick, punch, just blocking. Now, as the ball gets slower, I'm gonna make sure I expand my swing a little bit. So I'm ready, I'm expanding my swing and swinging through. I'm expanding my swing and swinging through. One more time, I'm expanding my swing and swinging through. So I'm getting a little bit bigger. If the ball gets even higher and more slow, then I can go to even overhead where I'm swinging behind me and coming through if I want to generate that power. So make sure that your swing matches the proportion of the speed of the ball. Here's a little bit of a bonus tip for you guys. It's what I call the donkey kick. Now this helps when I'm rolling the ball, especially on balls that are hard to reach. So if someone hits a really decent drop, but I really want to be able to reach it and be able to hit a volley roll, what I do is we'll call it a donkey kick. So I go out like this. This helps me counterbalance my reach with my leg so that I'm like a pendulum, like balancing myself out off of my foot. So what I do is I go out, reach out, donkey kick and back. Reach out, donkey kick and back. One more time, reach out, ooh. Reach out, donkey kick and back, right? I can do that on my non-dominant side. So here and back, here and back. So I make sure that I'm donkey kicking to get that reach and I come back. If you're still not comfortable with that, you can also just make sure your butt is stuck out real far so you counterbalance your reach when you're hitting the ball. As you know, my family and I moved out to Rockford, Illinois, and we're part of this awesome facility at Victory. If you're ever in the area, let me know. We'll get on the court and improve your game.